A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel, the Twinflame Union. In this channeling session, I would be talking about the attraction that the masculine is feeling towards the feminine. Now, I'm doing it in a separate channeling session because this is an important part of this journey. The reason being that despite knowing each other for a long time, for a good number of time, and one more thing I want to say is that in this case, the masculine and feminine, they met each other, or they came in contact of each other due to divine grace, okay? Because both of them were going through big changes and both of them were just out of a false twin relationship. So what had happened back then in their case was that both of them were dating someone thinking that this person, whosoever they were dating or they were in a relationship with, that this person is my twin. At least one of them knew about the twin flame world and twin flame journey, but the other person thought that this person is the right person for me, okay, from that perspective, or this person is a spiritual person. So whenever a twin flamer falls in love with anyone, if they have fallen in love in the past also, they always do it because they assume or they think that this particular person is a spiritual person. That is the thing they find attractive in a person, that quality. However, with time, say 3 years pass by, 4 years pass by, 5, 6, 7, they find out that those people are only wearing the mask of a spiritual person. Okay, they are wearing a fake mask of a spiritual person. In reality, they are not a spiritual person. And to understand this, they have to date those people and they have to be in close proximity with those people, so that in future they can just in 5 seconds or in 10 seconds or in a minute or maybe in one conversation, when they meet anyone who's a fake spiritual person, they can not only find out that yes, this person is not spiritual. Secondly, they also find out when they meet someone that how much of spirituality exists in this person. How much? What is the level of spirituality? Otherwise, you might think that why is it necessary for me to be in a relationship with such and such person? Sometimes the feminines, when they cry to the masters or when they feel very bad about the time that got wasted being with the false twin, most of the times it has happened that the feminine as well as the masculine, when I use the word feminine masculine in this session, it is for genuine DM and genuine DF. So when a genuine DF and DM, when they date someone and it doesn't work out, so for them working out or not working out doesn't mean that they have to get married or they have to get engaged. Because since childhood, if you are a genuine DM and DF, since childhood, for you, love and marriage and engagement and commitment, it's a very pure feeling, okay? You don't do it because of the worldly world scenario, okay? You do it because it comes from your heart. So they always want to marry a person if they get married or get engaged or even date. So basically commit. Commitment is the key word. So if they give commitment to someone, they want that person to be a spiritual person. They always feel like that. But they need to learn about fake people. They need to learn about dark energies. They need to learn about how people put on masks. And these things you cannot learn just by being friends with people. You need to go very deep into these things. You need to learn how people manipulate, how people cook up stories, how people, they'll first tell you that I love you only for you, but later on they will start putting monetary expectations into everything. Like in India, this culture of dowry used to be very popular at one time. Fortunately, now it is not that popular. In fact, many educated girls have been telling their parents that I'm not going to marry a man who is going to ask us to give dowry to them. If they ask for dowry, then I'll call the police and I'll get them arrested. Even that much some girls are doing. Still, this culture is there. Still, people expect, yeah, I'm going to get something. But from a spiritual perspective, from a divine feminine's perspective, she would never, never, never want to be in a relationship where her family or even she has to give money, or she has to spend, money, or she has to spend gifts, she has to buy gifts to please the man or the man's family. The best marriage happens from your heart and from your soul, and the best marriage does not require any spending of money, any show and any pomp and all of the show off that people do to show to the world, hey, I'm getting married, look how much stuff, how much money I'm spending on my wedding, or what type of fancy clothes I'm buying, or jewelry and this and that. Because all these things, they don't make a relationship last. And all these things are not the real virtue of the relationship. Relationships are formed out of love, out of commitment, out of understanding, out of loyalty, out of honesty and truth. So if one person is dishonest and the other is honest, that type of relationship can never work out. Now, in this channeling session, what is the energy is that the masculine finds the feminine to be attractive. Okay? He cannot get his eyes off her, and she also finds him to be very attractive. So these two people, most probably they were in false twin relationships and they learned a lot. So when they met each other, they were both healing from it. They were not yet ready for a relationship, but both of them were looking for someone like a friend, or they were looking for a companion. They were looking for the right type of a person. Okay, but both of them were not finding each other attractive enough. But there was some attraction, otherwise they would not have got connected or, got in touch with each other, or started spending time or talking to each other or sharing things with each other. They were having their individual journey. They were having their individual ascension work was going on. So they would share, they would discuss, they would be there for each other, but they did not know, or they did not feel that type of vibration or that type of energy or that type of attraction towards each other. And if, say for example, both of them are genuinely attractive people, is what I'm being shown here, that both of them are genuinely very attractive people. They are both very good looking, they are both very, people would want to go out with them, people would want to date them. But in each other's eyes, they were not that good looking, or they were not that attractive in each other's eyes, because they are not looking for somebody who is physically good looking. They were looking for somebody who is spiritually beautiful, who is a spiritually mature person. For private sessions, personal readings, guidance on dream interpretation, counseling and therapies, please go through the description box first, and once you're sure, write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com. When it comes to twin flame intuitive readings, I prefer not knowing anything from you about your journey before the reading, so that we can get the best and most accurate answers. But in case of therapies, you have to share with me different facets of your life, so we can heal the wounded inner child, which then leads to a 5D union. And without the 5D union, 3D union is not possible. You can also get my book, In the Name of Love. It has 5 channel twin flame stories based on the journey of finding your ultimate soulmate. The link is also given in the description box. This book is quite capable in uplifting the energies of people who are in low frequencies and low vibrations. You can connect with me on Instagram. The handle is the Sunamoon Goddess, and you can check out 2 more channels, the Sunamoon Vlogs, which is based on Ascension Lifestyle, and Ramayana and Mahabharata Diaries. Ramayana and Mahabharata Diaries is a channel which I would be dedicating to on the stories of Lord Sri Ram and Sita and Shri Krishna's life. So when Shri Krishna was born, you all know, some of you must have heard about Radha and Krishna's love story also. Both Ram and Sita and Krishna and Radha, they were divine twin flame couples. So their life story can give you a lot of energy. It can uplift you, bring you out from dark corners and dark places, and it can increase devotional energy in you. In the twin flame journey, it's very important to be in devotional energies. It's very important to surrender. Okay, here taking control doesn't work. Here surrendering works much better than anything else. Both of them, when they did not see that spiritual energy or that light in each other, they could see it. They could see it 50%, you can say they could see it 50%, they were there for each other. But that other 50% was not happening. They were not finding it in each other. That 50% finally got completed as per this channeling. So now when they think about a beautiful woman, or she has to think about a handsome man, she cannot think about anybody else and he cannot think about anybody else. So that's the level of attraction they feel for each other, and both of them, they are not shy or they are not scared of expressing their feelings anymore. Like earlier, they would think that no, I'm not going to give a compliment to this person, or else, I should not do it. Or else, whatever XYZ reasons they would have for individually for each other. Now they are like, no, if I don't tell this to this person that I find you attractive, or you look so beautiful, or you look so good looking, or you're so handsome, or you're this, that, they feel like, no, I need to tell. Why should I keep it to myself? Why should I hide? It's almost like they cannot even control themselves, because both of them are very honest. They cannot cook up stories. They cannot fake behavior, or they don't have any mask. They are #no filter type of people. So when somebody is #no filter type of person, they cannot keep anything to themselves. So they'll tell each other, yes, I think you are very beautiful, or I think you are very good looking, or you are this or you are that, and I can't stop thinking about you. You've been running in my mind. They are not scared for expressing all these things. Okay. So as per this channeling session, some of you, if you resonate with it, you might be getting a lot of compliments from the DM or the DF. Both of them will shower each other with compliments. Both of them will tell each other how much, they like each other, how much, they get those vibes from each other, and they think about each other, and they know that they are getting connected because there is some grace. Something has changed about them. Both of them feel like that as per this channeling session. Different channeling sessions are there, but this one is coming up as really, as an important channeling. Especially Lionsgate portal has had some effect on these people. So if you have been working on yourself, only on yourself, when you're doing inner work, at that point in time, you were not thinking about all this. You were not thinking that, okay, I'll do my inner work, so my DM will do this, or my DF will do this for me. If you were doing pure inner work from the last 1 year, at least 1 year, where your only focus was devotion, because those people who were focused, who were only doing things because they wanted the love of masters and love of God, those are the people who will get these gifts. They literally feel that they have received a gift, because this is a gift. If you have a divine feminine counterpart and you have a divine masculine counterpart, vice versa for both the people I'm talking about, it is literally your gift, because you unlock a certain stage, and once you unlock that stage, you receive their affection and they can see you. Earlier they could not see you, because they were in such low energies, they were in so much pain, and they were coming out of all the betrayal and all the cheating and all the negative feelings given by the false twin. They were in so much pain, their health was not good, their finances were not good. So first and foremost, their goal was to uplift themselves from those energies. And if they are genuine DM and DF, then they will not do anything else but only this. They are not going to waste time in daydreaming, or they are not. Every minute, every day counts. Every day is special for them. Every day is important for them, because they have to put in their efforts. They have to do their inner work. Okay. And when such people reunite, so they have a reunion, as in they know each other well, they like each other, they know that they've got somehow connected to each other, but they were both not ready for a relationship or a commitment, or, being with each other, because they both were like, I need to first make my skills better. I need to be a master of my skill. I need to learn this. I need to learn that. So even though they are with each other, but they were 100% not with each other. So this channeling is for those type of people. So very, very advanced and very, very devoted and very committed type of twin flamers. Okay. They are not wasting their time. And also one more thing is very clear, that these two people, both of them have a mission as well. They are really helpful towards other people. And because both of them are devoting their time and money in mission work, they are not the type of people who earn money only to buy their own things. They are earning money so that they can support other people. They are earning money so that they can be of help, be of use to voiceless people or people with no voice, like poor people or children or animals or trees, nature especially. Because when a DM and a DF are responsible, one of their first, feeling that they have is that I want to contribute. Even if I'm gone, after my death also, people who I contribute to or the planet I contribute to, they should have something, they should get something. So their reunion is bound to happen right now. They'll realize their feelings for each other. They'll realize their love for each other. They'll be restless without each other, basically. So once they talk to each other, they tell each other that, yes, I recognize you now. Few days back also I had made a channeling. I don't know how many of you heard it, but it was about recognition. I had said, I remember very well, that for some people, the first stage, which is the stage of recognition, plays a very important role. Because all these 7-8 stages that you have of twin flame journey, they keep repeating itself till the final product happens. Okay. So the first time you recognize someone, you could have wrongly recognized a false twin as a true twin. Both of them would go through this. For both of them, this will happen, is what I mean to say. So the recognition is very important. Right now, they are recognizing each other and they have already surrendered. So imagine recognition, which a lot of people take very lightly. Many people think that it is the first stage, so it is not that important. That's not true. So I had spoken about Shiva and Shakti also, because Shiva had met Sati. They got married and then Sati crossed over, she passed over, and then Parvati was reborn. And when she was reborn, he could not recognize her. Imagine, despite being Shiva, despite being the, gods of all gods, he could not recognize her. So who are we? If Shiva could not recognize Parvati without Parvati having to do her inner work, who the hell are we? We are just mere human beings. We are human beings and we are trying to follow the path of ascension. So if gods and goddesses also need to do inner work, then we definitely need to do our inner work. Without our inner work, we cannot ascend. Our divine counterpart, our twin flame, cannot recognize us. The day you do proper inner work. Now somebody will ask me, what is proper inner work? One of you will at least have this question. What is proper inner work? Proper inner work is giving all your time to devotion. If you are not a person who believes in God, if you are some kind of atheist, if you think that all this is nonsense, then I'm sorry to say twin flame journey is not for you. Twin flame journey is designed in such a way that you're supposed to integrate with source. As simple as that. There is no other definition for this journey. How you integrate with source, that is your personal choice. You can integrate with source by writing the name. You can integrate with source by chanting the name. You can integrate with source by doing some kind of activity, genuine activity where you serve other beings. Some people, they actually get ascended by doing mission work. They are so lucky, I would say, they are so blessed that their masters and the universe put them in mission work scenario. And mostly it is the masculines who go through this, because the masculines are innately motivated to be a provider for others. And a lot of people think that people who are born with female body or with male body, they are going to have that type of energy only. That is so not true. And I'm speaking about this from my personal experience. Just because you see a feminine, like a woman, doesn't mean that she has feminine energy. She might have very feminine features also. She might have very feminine way of dressing up. She might have very feminine eyes and nose and lips and hairstyle and everything. And even, the way she behaves, you might think that she's feminine energy. But within she could have a masculine energy, and she could be born since childhood to be a provider. So that's also the reason why a lot of people in the twin flame journey, a lot of females in the twin flame journey, even in childhood, they start working early and they start supporting their families. They start supporting their siblings. Even at a young age, even when they are just 16 and 17 and 18, 19, they earn money and they help other siblings or other cousins to finish their education. They could themselves be doing their education. They could be going to college, but they are also working. That is how they are made. They have the provider energy in them. They have the masculine energy in them, and that's why they are also runners. They cannot commit very easily. Every time you talk about commitment, they will get cold feet. They will date people, they will go out for dates, and they will have a relationship also, but their relationships would be mostly without any future commitment. So these are all the qualities that you can check. If you like to be a provider, you constantly like to be a provider. You are not like a typical woman. Women are, how typical women are, they are the nurturers. In the twin flame journey, what is the magic of the twin flame journey? That the nurturer and the provider, both will be in the same person. Because since childhood, if somebody has been a provider, or since childhood, despite being a man, if somebody is a nurturer, he likes to paint, he likes to take care of animals, he likes to, like how Buddha was. Buddha's nature, since childhood, he was a nurturer. All his other friends and cousins, they would all want to, we use the word called shikar in Hindi. It's called hunting. All of them would go for hunting, but he would not go for hunting. He would rather protect those animals that his cousins wants to kill. He would stop them. Don't kill this bird. Don't kill this animal. It is wrong. Because he had so much of nurturer energy in him, so much of mother energy in him. But when he got married, he was so confused. When he had his own child, he did not nurture his own child and his own wife. He just left. And at the age of 35, he got liberated. He got fully liberated. And then he spent his whole life, till the age of 80, till his last breath, he was serving other people. So if you don't serve anyone, if you don't have a mission, I'm sorry to say, how will you grow in the twin flame journey? Now this particular divine feminine and masculine that I'm talking about, this is not just one divine feminine and one divine masculine. They represent a lot of divine feminines and a lot of divine masculines, even those people who are in same-sex relationships. Okay? So what is happening is that they are finally recognizing each other as their twin flame. That, oh my God, I didn't even know that this person was my twin flame while this person was with me all along. All this while I was with this person was next to me, I was sharing everything, or I was talking about things, but I did not know he's my twin or she's my twin. I thought somebody else is my twin flame. Okay? So, spiritual maturity is coming in these two people, and suddenly they are going to find each other attractive, and they are going to confess their love for each other or their liking for each other, or, 3 ways you confess. One is, I missed you. Second is, I like you. Third is, I love you. Fourth is, I find you attractive. Sorry, there are 4 ways, not 3. They'll tell each other, yeah, I think you're very attractive, you're very beautiful, or you're very good looking. Something, they'll confess to each other. They'll tell each other, yeah, I was thinking about you, I was missing you. And this is not the time pass confession, like how some people just say it. It's a genuine feeling. Genuinely they feel for each other. Genuinely they have been thinking about each other from last so many days, so many months, and now they are getting this urge to share with each other that I find you so attractive for me. Okay, not like that. Genuinely, for as a man or as a woman, as a man energy or as a woman energy, I find you attractive for me. Like, how someone says that you are only for me. You are only for the pleasure of my own eyes. Nobody else's. Okay? but not in a possessive way, not in like how some people do it. They will give each other the freedom and the space to continue their devotion. Like a long time back in India, we had a saintly figure called Meera. Now, Meera was married to her husband, okay, and she always told her husband was Rana Ji, she always told her husband that you are my husband. But the husband was never satisfied. He always felt very jealous that she was devoted to Lord Shri Krishna, and she would say that, Krishna is my everything, Krishna is my life, Krishna is my soul, he would feel very jealous. He would not be happy that I am her husband and she is committed to me, she lives in my palace. He would constantly fight with her, constantly get angry on her, constantly, and he even asked her to leave the palace. He actually made her leave, and he said, go away, go out from my palace. Go and do your devotion somewhere else. That is not the sign of a healed divine masculine. In the end also, towards the end of the story, also he tells her, leave Krishna, stop doing this devotion, stop your bhakti, okay? Don't do your bhakti. Just do as we say to you. So he was not a strong man. As a husband, he was not strong, and she never tried to change it also. She never changed it. She never got upset with him, or she never blamed him. She said, okay, no problem. This is my destiny. This is my life. This is my test. No matter who says what, I am not going to leave the devotion. The path of devotion is the only path for me. Whether my husband wants me to leave the palace, whether my husband is okay if I have to drink a cup of poison, he could have totally stopped it. He could have gone ahead and told all of the people that my wife will not go through any such stupid test where she has to drink a cup of poison. Okay, so if you want, you can read the story of Meera online. I'm sure it is shared somewhere. Just type story of Meera and you'll get the whole story. So it's a very interesting story. So in this case, in this time and era, because Meera was born many years ago, hundreds of years ago, and at that point in time, all these people, they struggled so that the future ascensioners, the future twin flamers have some relief. Not that her husband was not in love with her, but he was very jealous and he was very possessive, and that's not a healthy thing. Alright, so on this note, I would be closing this channeling session. Thank you so much for being here with me. One love and peace out.